My dear children, we are entering into a new chapter named marginalization. So, it's a concept that happens in our day-to-day life. You know, you go to play along with your friends. You are a basketball player and all others who are going to play are football players. When you reach there, they tell you, oh, you are a basketball player, we will play, we are football players. So there you are marginalized. You are removed from the group of persons who would have equal chances. So that's the marginalization. You go out somewhere together and all of your friends tell that you want to go for a movie and you say that you don't want to go for one particular movie, all others want to go. Then they will make fun of you, laugh at you, scold you, and then you are useless, get out. So there you are marginalized. And all of them gather together and put some amount for something which you may not have. You say, I don't have money, I don't want. There also all of other friends may make fun of you and throw you out of the group. So you are a different category person. So there you are marginalized. So you may be a classmate of them. You may be a friend of them. You may belong to the same group. Still you are marginalized. Then you think of a situation where people who belong to different other categories would be marginalized. Means marginalized means, you draw a line, that's margin this side. What is that making? A line is drawn, this side of the line is called margin. Means you have divided the section. And then margin will be small. So that is marginalization. Making somebody to the corner. Making somebody to be unimportant, making somebody to be not be useful. That is known as marginalization. So we are going to study here what is marginalization. We'll discuss first. It tells social exclusion or social marginalization is the social disadvantage and relegation to the fringe of society, to the end of society. You are not taken into the mainstream of the society. You are put into the corner. And if possible, they are ready to throw you out of that. They will make fun of you. They will ridicule. So you go to a group where you are not along with that group. You are something different. It may be on the religious basis, it may be on the color basis, it may be on a financial basis, it may be on academic basis, it may be on basis of anything that can happen. All those things, you will be marginalized. Even your speaking sound, if you see, if you pronounce the words in a different way than the group, they will make fun of you. Hey, you are different. What kind of fellow you are? They will tell you, that's marginalization. See, Even average students gather to think that there is a highly scholar is there, that fellow also will be marginalized because he cannot cope with others. So when intentionally marginalized, throwing him out and troubling or not giving him any chance to be in the group, that is only really marginalization. That affects him in his whole life. As a student, you might have many times felt this kind of marginalization due to financial problems, your social status, your caste, your religion, your size, your ability to speak, your knowledge, many things. Anything can cause marginalization. So that is a marginalization. That's my understanding. Okay. It is used including in education, sociology, psychology, politics, and economics. In every area, this marginalization can take place. Here, this is a shortcut. Social exclusion. Marginalization is a process of making group or a class of people less important. Oh, that group, they are like that. They are not at all important. Throw them out. So that is it. So such a kind of organization, that is known as marginalization. So if two members are there, when I told you I'm going to play, two are basketball players or volleyball players, those two members will be thrown out of the group. If they don't want to marginalize, they should have planned any other game which all of you were able to play. Since you are not a football player, they should throw you out of it. You are not going to play this. So that's marginalization. Or relegated to a secondary position. Sometimes, okay, you are not a, sometimes what they do, you wait, let us see if there is a chance we will give you. That also they may say. So you become a helpless person there. Because you are not a player. So that is a marginalization. So, but you have got other talent, that they will not agree. They will simply push you to the corner. Marginalization is a process with which something or someone is pushed to the edge. You are useless fellow. You are like this, you are like this. All those things, the speeches they will make and say, you are useless. Something or someone is pushed to the edge of a group and assigned lesser importance. They will put you in your corner and say there, be there. If you are football player, they may tell you be in goalie. If not an important match, simple play, just be goalie. Don't do anything. You are a person who is active on run and play, but he tell you be goalie. There is no chance. You are not a player. So you are a basketball player also. You be there, hold the ball. So such kind of things are known as marginalization. Marginalization is a form of acute and persistent disadvantage rooted in the underlying social inequalities. So, as I told you, basketball is one momental, but permanently, if something happens, in the class, somebody is having different language style, so all the friends will simply make you fun of you, and you will be pushed into the corner. So, the person who is pushed into the corner will be having so much disadvantage. So that is what is happening. You see, it means here it is green, there it is red. So they are all groups. He is not permitted to be inside any group because he is different color. Other things are same. Only his color is different, so others say no, you are not part of it. This is a marginalization. So he has no choice. He cannot be in the group, he cannot progress, he cannot do anything because we as human beings to live in society, we cannot live alone. We need others' help to grow and we have to help others to grow. So because of that situation, we need a group to support us. That is not available. We are thrown out. We are not considered to be of any group. If some group is ready, then okay, we can survive. And every time these other group members will tell you, you are useless, you are useless, that would make the person unhappy and sad and angry. So one group of people are like that, blamed, that becomes marginalization. So that's a marginalization. See, you can understand this is a marginalization. So now we are going to one of the important group who are marginalized in India. They are called Adivasis. Adivasis means tribal people. You know, human beings were living in the forest. Some of them left that forest life and went into the riverside, settled, and began to progress. So some of the people were a bit late to come out of the forest areas, and they felt comfortable and good to live in that forest life. They were very happy there. They don't want to come out. But the persons who have already come out, they know that inside so much of resources are there. When an outsider is entering into the areas where already existing the people inside, there can have a conflict. So naturally, the tribal people know, daytime they work, they dance and enjoy and go to sleep. They don't preserve much for the future. Present generation's thinking is that how much as you accumulate and preserve for the future. That's the problem. The Adivasis as such, they don't preserve much for the future because they know nature itself is there. Plenty is there in the nature. Why should you preserve? Why should you keep in your pocket? Because everything is available. So that is their behavior. So what happened? Adivasi is a collective term for tribes of the South Asia. So in India, we use the word Adivasi, Hindi word, Adivasis. Means earlier living people who are living earlier. Adivasis, tribal people, who are considered indigenous to the places within India. Indian means they are born and brought up inside the forest area, they are living in the forest areas. Wherein they live in a tribalistic, sedentary communities, means they live inside the community, inside the forest area permanently. They are called tribal people. They don't want much to go out of that area. They are happy with the facilities there. They don't want much travel in planes or airplanes and all those things. They are happy. So such a kind of people, they are called tribal people. Okay. This is one of the cartoons or tableau we can say that is to be displayed during the Republic Day parade. So Republic Day parade, you know what happens. On 26th of January, every year on Vijaya Chowk, this day. So different states will display their cultural, social, economic situations. So one of the tableau of Chhattisgarh is about the tribal society, their life, their dressing, and see their dresses as well. This is what the so the projection is that they are rest. But the people of that area, others who are living outside, they don't like. They look black. They have this. They may make fun of this kind of dress. Why this kind of dress is so? Why this is needed? Why they are having bangles here, bangles here? But modern people tie something that they don't mind. But when something they wear like this, they make fun of it. Hey, you are wearing like you are wearing like this. So that kind of things would make them unhappy. Okay, this is a tribal society. See, they have their bows and arrows. This is their normal weapons, and they are dancing, their movements. And this is a normal style of tribal people in their lifestyles. So that is a tribal people. Now we will see now we will see a story discovered by a grandfather to grandchild children. This is in your textbook. And a family from Orissa is in Delhi. So the grandfather explains to him their situations. He was living, the father was living in the forest, had happy life. They were in a small villages. They used to work hard and get the things, live a happy life. Now one day outsider came to know that the area where they live had a plenty of resources underneath mining facilities. So if they want to mine, these people have to get out of that area. So people were not ready to get out because they had a comfortable life. Now the situation changes because the persons who have come there come with the forces. Because government has supported them. So naturally when the government has supported them, they could not resist. They were promised a lot. It was a promise like election time. But nothing has come into realities. And you know, when we hear this kind of promise, we think it's very good. Some people think it's very good. We'll get job, we can drive a car, we can have a glove. Many stories will be told, oh, hearing that. But how many will you get? And the life and the comfort and pleasure they were having in their village is lost. The psychological and the mental tension they are wearing cannot be explained. So that is the problem. That is what the grandfather is telling to the children. Let us see what the community. I have written down the communication between. They are watching a public parade. So, as I have previously shown at Chhattisgarh tableau. So, during the Republic Day parade in Delhi on 26 January every year, different states display their tableau. So in one of the tableaus, they saw a tribal group of people dancing. So the grandfather is telling, see, every time they project the tribal people are dancing, as if that tells that this tribal people are carefree, they enjoy their life. They have no problem in their life. They have no tension in their life. So the grandfather is so much unhappy about the tableau. That's what the first beginning we see. The grandchild raises the question, why are we shown as dancing people or entertaining people? Why every time our tableau is only about dancing and why only we are having that culture? Don't we have any other culture like to do, any other things to show to the world? Only this dancing. We will dance when we are free and happy. We cannot dance at the time. So the tribal people mostly they are free and happy in the evenings only. They don't dance in the morning. The evenings or when there's a particular function only. Because after work in the day, they prepare food, eat, share their happiness, and they go to sleep. So that is what. Are we not serious about our life or only we are dancing? This is a question the grandson is asking to the grandfather. This is the image created about us in the public. So your tribal people, they are lazy. They don't do anything. They don't know anything to do. So this kind of image is created, so naturally they are marginalized by others. That's a speciality. We are living in the forest by protecting the trees and plants and animals. You know, tribal people don't kill any animal unwantedly. Even an insect, they don't kill. They know that that insect is needed in the nature for the survival of the nature. And they don't waste anything that is eatable. You may feel unhappy, they may eat rat, they may eat insect. Some of them eat even snakes. We know that. Because those things cannot be wasted. For human survival, whatever is needed, we must eat and survive. We are not permitted to exploit everything and enjoy. Because nature has created the things for the survival of everybody. That is why Gandhi has told, nature produces for the need of every human being, but not for the greed of every human being. We are greedy. We want things to be accumulated. But the people who are living in the forest want to know what they do. They cut down a branch of tree, minimum whatever is needed, and they use it. That's what they do. And when they cut down, they see some other trees are planted and they protect and provide facilities for the trees to be grown. What do? We want to cut down. Now government makes a lot of money, publicity, forestation, afforestation, different terms are used, and all those things we do. But that much protection, that much care, we don't have for the natural things. So they do that. We would cut trees only to build a house and kill animals to eat. They don't waste the end product. They use the thing minimum they use. Nothing will be wasted. So that is the natural thing that has happened. So now they are projected to the world as they are people are dancing only. They don't do anything else. They don't care about anything. That's the way things are shown. This is a Nagaland. I have been to Nagaland. I know this kind of their dance. It's their dance styles. They have got a sword, knife, powerful knife. They can cut. And they use that. So this is their dance. Because they want to enjoy, entertain. So they all together dance, enjoy, entertain in the evenings or during the festival seasons. Now we, modern period, we have running after money, how to make money. We have no time to entertain. We just maximum go to a movie and watch. That's all. We don't have time to entertain. Because dancing, moving up and down, those things will make us feel unhappy with it. Or a stylish way we want to do. That's right. So, this is a tribal life. Yes. Suddenly we were told that the forest was not ours. So the grandfather is telling, one day, suddenly somebody came and told the forest is not ours. So they had to get out. The persons who came now, forest officials and the contractors cut down long parts of it. They came and told them, it is not yours. They cut down the trees and everything and cleaned and did it. So the tree and plant which they protected and said they have, even if they cut one tree, they would plant another tree and see that if there are two trees in a one tree they may cut, other tree they protect and provide a facility for the tree to grow. Such a way they worked. Now these contractors and all those things, they just come and cut down the trees and they clean everything. They don't care even a sapling is coming up. That should be protected, that they don't mind. Where sapling then comes out should be protected, then only it can grow as a tree. You cut down one, you provide a facility for it to grow, pour water, or make a facility for that one to be protected. With a little bend, make it stand straight and try to grow. That is not done. That's what it does. We protested, they beat us and then took us to court. So if these contractors are coming down, if anybody is disagreeing, somebody they will come and beat. They are having guns. So what to do? These people have no option. Or if they still protest, police will come, arrest them and put in front of a court. Court will naturally say that these people want to build their buildings or mine needs to be done, you move it. So court will also disown them. So if we protest and they beat us, then took us to court, where we did not have our own lawyers and could not find our cases. No lawyer is available. Nobody was there to support. Nobody, they don't know what to do in the court also, because their lifestyle is not like this. If any friction, any disagreement, the persons who are affected sit cool and quiet and discuss and solve the problem. Here nothing else. Say this he has done, okay, court has done that crime, okay, put him in jail. We have seen, previous chapter we have seen the criminal justice. Here there is nothing else properly functioning in the court. So this is a problem that the grandfather is telling to the grandchild, the tribal. So this is a marginalization. They are marginalized. They are thrown out. That is why the constitution has tried to give them a reservation in the governmental facilities. Still, you know the realities. Then the company Walaski is telling, found iron or under our land, they wanted to mine it. So company owners came. They found iron or under our and told, please vacate. If we are not ready to vacate, they will force. And they will give a little amount only for the land which we were having. Promised jobs and money. If sold our land to them, they told we will get a job in the factory and money will be given. Some villagers were excited hearing that, oh, we will get a good job, we can ride a car, we can get a good job, money will come, plenty of money, facilities, everything they thought. Being lying in the forest, he can live in the flat. All those things they thought. That is what happened. But in reality, itself, others said this would destroy our lives and we would get nothing. Some of them warned them. But the majority did not listen. Majority wanted to get out. They said, oh, we are going to get many things we can see. Because they see the tribal people who are coming to the mission nicely dressed, polish shoes, stylish way. So if they also get a job outside, they can be also like that. It is nice, they thought. Those things have made the people in the forest area to live with it. Some of them really understood the problem that they are going to face. Then some gave thumbing brings. Okay, ready, give thumbing brings. Not realizing they were selling their lands off. They were not knowing that they were selling their land by just giving thumb impression. They told you to give a thumb impression, they gave a thumb impression. But that thumb impression was permitting the person to take the land. The person, village people were illiterate. They were not able to read. So the persons who are born inside, many times they were fooled. They are not telling that every time. Many times they were fooled with their land and houses. Only a few were given token jobs. Not a high quality, they may be class 4th employee or sweepers or like some jobs. So that's the word. But most of us did not sell. Many of us were forced to leave our homes. Those who were not ready to sell now, they were forced as the police and the government. They forced these people to sell their land. They beat and threatened us till we sell and abandon the land. Many times they come and threaten, beating it. And what do the people? They thought they left it. Some of them went India for us, some of them went out, okay, take, give whatever is available, like that they give. They have the support of the authorities. Our old way of living vanished overnight. Nothing whatsoever. This is the words being spoken by a grandfather to the son. The money hardly lasted in the city. You know, if you with the money, if you go to city, we think thousands are there or lakhs are in the pocket. If you go to city, one or two shops, we enter and purchase many things. Money will be empty. So this is the money hardly lasted in the city. We had no means of livelihood, daily food, even no means anymore. We were crammed into tiny small rented room and go for any odd jobs, but our work is available. So the promises that are made there with their land, nothing. So they were having plenty of land inside and they were living a luxurious life inside the forest. Now, and they could wander here and there, anywhere, no restrictions. And the city, a small, tiny room they are living. That's what it tells. We miss our carefree lives, the open spaces, everything. This is what the grandfather tells. This is the real life. What has happened to the tribal. Okay, thank you very much. We will discuss